Next
No more,
topic.
thank you.
9.8. 9.8.
9.4?
I'm like 5 months ahead of myself.
You were. I
9.4.
don't understand that one, but okay.
9.4. So I brought up some of the changes that I think are important. And I think Rek'Sai, Urgot, Zed, and Trundle are probably the biggest things to take out of this patch.
Fucking excited about Rek'Sai, dude.
I feel like it helps Rek'Sai. I don't feel like it helps her a lot.
It does.
Was the ult? I think the ult was the biggest change. It's undodgeable now, isn't it?
But that was the biggest problem. Is that if you're dueling or you're in a fight and you need to get out, like your ult before, you could just like
you could walk right out of it.
Yeah, it was insane, and it completely removed a huge portion of your damage. That thing does a lot of fucking damage, and now making you have to blink, dash, flash, whatever. It's actually a huge buff, right? Like.
Yeah, without now requiring them to have flash, basically.
And
I think they have to flash a wall too. I don't think you can just flash it.
I gotta tell you, like, having played a decent amount of Rek'Sai since the patch, she feels way stronger.
What do you normally build? What do you normally build on Rek'Sai? Bruiser or assassin, or assassin-ish?
Usually Bruiser, because most people grief on solo queue comps, and there are like 4 other assassins on the team.
So let's not have a third.
Yeah, usually Bruiser. I also just like the Bruiser playstyle more generally as a person. I like the survivability personally, because frankly, you build Bruiser and you still do ridiculous damage. Like, at one item, I'm like able to duel like a AD carry or Lucian or something, like early game AD carry, and basically be fine. At 6.
I think the Urgot nerfs don't totally take him out of the game.
No, but I don't think there's as high a priority. Like, this week, I was shocked to see the Urgot unbanned unpicked. Next week, not as shocked.
Yeah, he might just go right through Jam Select a few more times, because they made the mana really hurt.
They truly did.
I don't think
not deceive me here.
I don't think it's as big of a deal on his W post 6, but the Q going up and the pre 6 as early game going down means he's gonna have a tougher time getting into the game. And they drop the shield by 30 flat defense, and they have the bonus health ratio. So I think that's gonna be a big hit to his survivability in fights. So Urgot, less oppressive, a lot bigger on the mana cost.
Yeah. Which I think is good. What else?
I'm so done with seeing Urgot. I also had... This is not the page. Zed. Zed actually got a lot.
Oh, dude, he's crazy buff. He's so strong. I think we're going to see Zed, and I'm excited, bro. I'm
real excited. I want Bjerg.
I want to see that Bjerg King Zed, dude. I want to see that Jensen Zed, dude. I'm trying to see these classic mid laners bring Zed back in the mid lane and just eviscerate people.
You guys remember seeing Bjergsen on Akali? I want that every game. All the games. Yes.
I'm so stoked at the possibility of that, man.
What did they do to kind of replace the bonus AD he got from Deathmark? Nothing?
Let me read the notes.
Because they just removed that he would get that.
They buffed the damage on his Q, increased the range on his W.
Oh, they buffed the flat damage on the Q. That probably does a lot.
They buffed the flat damage and the bonus damage by 0.1. They lowered the cooldown of the W and increased the range by 650. And they just removed the R. And they also increased the attack speed growth to 3.3. So it's a lot. They
upped his basic attack. So now he's more on the split push again.
Yeah, but he's also still insanely good in a 1v1.
Mm-hmm. I feel like missing a couple, like that 600 or 900-ish gold you would end up getting from your passive is probably going to hurt. But now it stops requiring him from having to ult an AD carry to get his get what he wants. That would be an interesting. I've always wondered if anyone's tried that comp. Like, see them lock in Zed and be like, okay, Cassiopeia bot, Victor mid, Vladimir top lane. Just like, let's go with that.
I mean, that no longer matters, but yeah.
Conqueror. Jesus Christ.
Conqueror feels pretty good.
Well, then they nerfed it. And they're gonna nerf it again next patch. But
yeah, it felt pretty nuts for a little bit.
They nerfed the damage down to 2 to 10 instead of 15 15 to sorry, 3 to 15. My bad.
That's a pretty big. I mean, that's good though.
Yeah, and then they made it so it's a 2-second duration instead of 3. But I still think the heal is a little bit much, because I watched this pentakill from Yasuo, and he basically got all of his health back by ulting 2 or 3 people, and I'm just like, what? He was dead. He had like less than 100 HP, like no joke, and he just gets all the health back, and I'm like, why are you what? Did no one play test this? Did no one see that? Like, come on, you should not be getting that from a freaking keystone. Or keystone. That's what that is. A couple of like honorable mentions were the Lucian nerf, which I think will definitely put everyone back to standard Lucian of Q max first, because before they were leveling up W a few times.
Yeah, it was W, sometimes even W with a D ring.
Yeah, they were doing that just to get some extra wave clear.
3 ranks into W and then Q max.
Azir got an attack speed buff. Was it base or was it growth? Yeah, his growth got a buff, so I think he's definitely going to see a bit more play now.
Nerf to Sivir's Ricochet.
It's only kind of a nerf. It was a bug fix. That was only in
No, they also like lowered the bonus damage.
No. That's part of the bug.
Okay.
So now it's back to what it was like 2 patches ago, because it was a bug in the previous patch. So yeah, that Sivir is probably. I'm not sure what it'll do. It seems like she'll still be picked.
She still seems like she's a good champion in a bunch of the.
That's why you're picking her, is because she's good into Ezreal and she's good into.
Yeah, she's safe. She's good into things, into a bunch of stuff that's meta. She's good with a lot of champions that are meta. I don't think Sivir's going away anytime soon.
And then.
God bless. Like an easy ass champion, dude. Free LP every day, dog.
The bug fizz on Varus, I think, is actually really important, because it means that people who are good at Varus, like who are only good at Varus, are gonna pick Varus more often. I think TSM ran Varus last weekend, if I recall correctly, into FlyQuest.
I don't know if that's enough to like pull him out of the fact that there's just so many better options, right? Like, I mean, maybe it's like a Draven, where like if you play Draven, we'll ban it, right? Like if you play Varus, we'll ban it. But I'm not expecting to see people busting out the fat Varus on this one, dude.
Well, TSM picked it to help their poke out, and I think
and that's hyper situational though.
I think it was pretty situational, and picking it into Alistar was a little bit kind of hoping you don't get screwed, but. I still think it definitely will help him out to not have that bug in there, whereas W doesn't work right.
Yeah, I agree. Thank you for joining us this week on the Legendary League of Legends podcast. Anthony, take us home, buddy. Take us on home.
That'll do it for week 5 of the LCS and the Legendary League of Legends podcast. You can catch us every week at the LCS, 7 p.m. Eastern Time on twitch.tv/Nizzy2K11. Sub to my channel for the random ass highlights I make of this. Have a good day. Goodbye.
Have a good night.